Today, I've been reflecting on Psalm 14, particularly its stark opening. The fool hath said in his heart, there is no God. It's a sobering statement, not about intelligence, but about the moral and spiritual condition of the heart. A fool, according to the Bible, isn't someone who lacks knowledge, but someone who rejects truth, even when it's written in creation itself, Romans 1:20. This psalm paints a vivid picture of humanity's fallen state. It describes how the denial of God leads to corruption and abominable works. But it doesn't just stop at those who verbally deny God's existence. It expands to everyone. There is none that doeth good, no, not one. This universal indictment reminds me of Paul's words in Romans 3:23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of God. It's not just the self-proclaimed atheist who lives as if God doesn't exist. How often do we as believers act like practical atheists when we forget to rely on Him in our decisions and actions? What stands out to me is that this psalm isn't just a condemnation. It's a call to self-examination and humility. It reminds us that apart from God, all our works are filthy. All our righteousness is as rags, Isaiah 64:6. Without Him, we are no better than the fool, corrupt and lost. Yet there is hope. In the final verse, David cries out, "Oh, that the salvation of Israel will come out of Zion. When the Lord bringeth back the captivity of His people, Jacob shall rejoice, and Israel shall be glad." This cry for salvation is fulfilled in Jesus Christ, the hope for all of us fools. Through Him, we are delivered from corruption and given a new heart, a heart that doesn't just acknowledge God, but loves and follows Him. Psalm 14 is a reminder of two things: the depths of our need and the greatness of God's grace. Without Him, we are lost, but with Him, we have everything. It's a challenge to examine my heart daily. Am I living in the wisdom of Christ, or am I drifting into the folly of self-reliance? The psalm ends with rejoicing, and so should we. Christ has come out of Zion. The salvation David longed for is here. Now it's up to us to live as those redeemed, no longer fools, but children of the living God. The cry of the fool. The fool hath spoken deep in his heart. There is no God, his soul torn apart. Blind to the heavens, deaf to the call. He stumbles through life, the greatest of all. His works are corrupt, his steps astray, building on sand that washes away. None does good, not even the wise, for all have turned, truth they despise. Yet in the dark, a light shines still, a promise of grace, a sovereign will. From Zion's hill, salvation flows, redeeming the lost, breaking death's throes. Oh, the folly to live in pride, to cast away the one who died. But even the fool may yet be found, when grace abounds where sin is bound. For Christ has come, the hope of man, fulfilling the psalmist's ancient plan. Rejoice, O Jacob, let Israel sing. Salvation has come through the eternal King. No longer fools, but children free, we stand redeemed for eternity. His mercy calls, His truth shall stay. For Christ is the life, the only way.